Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey, folks, I'm playing a video series of videos I've been doing for a while now. I go over there to try food and drink items. I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks. I've been waiting all day for this one, so... But we'll get into that in a moment. Yes, indeed, folks, the format of the show, it's a simple one. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out some stuff, I'm going to yammer on about it. It's going to be a whole thing. It's probably going to be about 11 to 13 minutes long. That's typically how long it goes, so hopefully you're in for a bit of a ride. I would like to think so. You clicked on the thing. Hey! But, yeah. I'm presently doing it from inside my truck. I'm also wearing my grody work clothes. Typically, that means that I was on my way home from work, and I found a thing to review, but that is not the case today. Well, kind of not. I was, in fact, making my way from work, but I had to go drop off a coworker. Upon dropping off said coworker, I decided to peruse around the area because I'm not usually out that way. And there was one thing specifically that I'm like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until it's open. So I found stuff to do to fill my time, but it was about an hour and a half after I dropped him off, on top of having worked all night. So what am I trying for y'all today, folks? What have I been waiting for? Well, folks, we're returning to Mr. Submarine. Specifically, boom, Mr. Submarine. And let's make it happen, Captain. Boom! It's a sub. Can we get a better picture? It's a sub sandwich from Mr. Submarine, but it's not just any sub sandwich from Mr. Submarine. It is, in fact, the Mr. Submarine sandwich. So, for the past few months now, I've been going over there. I've been trying out various sub places in my locale. And I've hit pretty much all the chain ones. Potbelly, done a few from them. Jersey Mike's sub. Thank you to Andrew Pinion. He was the one who got me onto Jersey Mike's, and that actually is kind of the reason why I started doing these, because I just found it fun, and people seem to respond to it, so why not? Jimmy John, so on and so forth. I have an entire playlist called Subs for Subs, which is just my sandwich adventures. A little while back, I reviewed a sub from Mr. Submarine Sub, specifically their corned beef and roast beef sub. And I've been wanting to go back so bad. This was the perfect opportunity, so we're going to have a sub from Mr. Submarine Subs. Hooray! If you're not familiar, Mr. Submarine, they're a Chicago thing. They're kind of around Illinois and stuff like that. There's not a huge amount of locations. I feel like there were more when I was younger. But maybe that's just because I lived out in Chicago, and now I'm out in the burbs. But yes, so, like I said, this is their Mr. Submarine sub. Specifically, it is ham, salami, chopped ham, lettuce, tomato, onion, sub sauce, and cheese. I mean, sandwich. I'm excited for this. I don't know what the difference between ham and chopped ham is, if I'm entirely honest with you. But, I mean, one's chopped, apparently. Let's try a sub. You can taste the difference. So, not too long ago, the last sub place I hit was Jimmy John's. I've done a few things from Jimmy John's now. I think about 3 of them. And one of the points of contention I have with Jimmy John's is that they taste like a fast food sub place to me. They're not as bad as, say, Subway, but you can taste the fact that it's an assembly line sub. You can. Now, some of the chain places like Jersey Mike's, they do a better job of that, of not making it feel like that experience, making it feel like, the sub you're getting is special for you. But man, there really is something special about like a local, whether it's a deli or just a local sub spot. There's a difference, man. There's just something about it. And I mean, this is a simple sub. It's not groundbreaking in any way, shape, or form. But you can taste the freshness, you can taste the quality of the ingredients, and man, does that shine through. Like, you can taste the love. The bread tastes really good. And it's proper sub bread, too. Again, that's the point in contention I have with Jimmy John's. It does that thing. A really good sub will have moments where all of the flavors blend together and they all complement each other. That's exactly what this does. This is super good. This is super good. It's there. I could have done with a little bit more sub sauce, which I think is basically just kind of like olive oil and spices. A little bit similar to the, to what Jersey Mike's does, but obviously a different blend. Definitely not as potent as something like Jersey Mike's. But man, the thing I love about subs is they're so simple. They're just a big ass sandwich. That's it. Doesn't require culinary expertise or anything. Pretty much anybody can do it. But to do it versus to do it right and to do it well, two very different things. And that's exactly what this one does. It's just really good. Like, this is, for me, in a lot of ways, the epitome of what a sub should be. And I'm not saying it's the best sub I've ever had. Sereno's Deli still probably holds that distinction. Their stuff is really fantastic. I've reviewed some of their stuff. Go watch those videos. But this is exactly what I want from a sub. That's what I'm talking about. It's simple, it's wonderful, it's meaty. You get a nice sort of blend of the different meats sort of working with one another. You have the saltiness of the salami, then you have the different types of the ham that are just, they're acting as like the most savory part of the experience, the meatiest part of it. But then you get the saltiness of the salami that gives a little edge. The cheese kind of goes over there, brings it back in so it's not too salty. And then you've got the sub sauce, which it gives it that added personality. It makes it special. And then you've got the veggies, which they did a really good job with the veggies on this, because not only do they taste really fresh, but like I said, it has onions on it. I'm not a big onion guy, but the onion use is minimal, which for me I think that's how onions should be used. I'm not saying for everybody, but for me, if you're going to use onions, use them as an accent to go over there and help elevate the entire experience. That's exactly what this does. I'm really glad I waited to make this happen. The only lament that I have is that I don't have a Mr. Submarine closer to me, because I would definitely go there more often. No, I have like 5 fucking Subways, because, hooray Subway. Folks, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Clearly on both occasions. if you happen to live in the Chicago area and you were fortunate enough to have a Mr. Subs near you, go give them a shot. Seriously. Fuck Subway, man. Subway sucks ass. I mean, they're okay, but go get a proper sub. That's exactly what this is, okay? And I would put this up there as being one of my favorite sub places. I really would. You know, it's... Jersey Mike's subs might have a little bit more individual personality, but I kind of... This has like a Chicago personality to it. And maybe that's just my bias. It's probably just my bias. But I really do feel like there's something a little bit local to this. It tastes like a sub from Chicago. And I really like that. As for recommending it, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be the best sub you're ever going to have, but 2 subs that I've had, and I have another one that I'm going to review too, both of them have stood out as being just really good subs. Like, they just do what they're supposed to do really well. So, but anyway, folks, enough of me fanboying it up for Mr. Submarine. And the people were super nice, too. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest week, monumentous month, stupendous rest of your year. And folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly submarine-tastic rest of your life, because submarines are cool. They, like, explore things, and, like, sometimes they defend countries, and, you know, I mean, yeah, you know, history can be a little bit here or there with them. There was a story, I want to say it was during World War I, but I could be wrong. I think it was the British. They went over there and wanted to expand their submarine fleet, and it just was a giant clusterfuck. Like, their first exercise out just went so poorly. Go look it up. I think it's Fascinating Horror maybe was the one who did a thing on it, but just Google the thing. It was a whole thing. But anyway, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's pretty easy right now for me to not be an asshole because I'm full of delicious sub. I'm having a good day. It's Friday. I got one more day of work and I get to chill. It's a pretty good day. But it's not always going to be that case. It's going to be frustrating times, stressful times, things that are going to make me want to be a little bit of an asshole. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe you're fortunate enough that you have a Mr. Submarines around you, right? And you're going to go over there and you're going to give them a shot. You haven't given them a shot yet, but you're going to watch the video and you're going to give them a shot. And you're going to like them so much, you're going to be like, damn it, we need more Mr. Submarines. So then you're going to go over there, you're going to talk to them about a franchise deal. I think that's how that works. And you're going to go to, I don't know, Mississippi, random state. And you're going to go over there and set up one in Mississippi. And I'm sure Mississippi has some phenomenal food, maybe even some really great subs. I haven't been there. Road trip. But you're going to go over there, you're going to get established, you're going to build up a local thing, and then it's going to become bigger. Then you're going to go to the Nevada. Sure, why not? And you're going to do the same thing there, so on and so forth, until eventually there's at least one Mr. Submarine in every single state, because every single state deserves a Mr. Submarine. Or conversely, you don't have to go to Mr. Submarine. Maybe you just have a really great local sub spot and just go give them a shot. All right?